Hi, I'm Pitmaster X, this is Harry, and today Harry made brisket for us.
Brisket, instead of low and slow, we're going for hot and fast. Okay, what we're gonna do, we got a whole pack of Wagyu brisket here. Very nice with the fat. You see a nice marbling here. I like that very much. What I'm gonna do is trim it a little bit about this kind of stuff. We do not competition style. When I do competition style, I will trim all the fat down because I like to have a nice bark on it and that looks nice for the appearance in the box. But here we do it like Aaron Franklin or Wayne Muller. Those guys are the real brisket masters in Texas. Real nice marbling. We got a couple of tips. Use a sharp knife, that's always handy. I always use a whole packer because you had the lean part for the flat and you cut on top the fatty part, then we can make nice burnt ends about it. But also the fatty part will protect the flat, which is the lean part. If you follow this line, this is exactly the line between the flat and the point. You can see that the structure is also different between those. And because I leave more fat on it than when we do it low and slow, because of the higher temperature, the fat will more melt than when it is doing low and slow. Just removing some fat parts and silver skin. Look at this baby. Nice marbling, nice. Brisket is really my favorite to do because it's you can do it in so many ways and it's magnificent. It's one of the hardest things to do because you got a fine window when it's done, when it's the wiggly part, that it will be tender, it will be moist. It's so much different than when you make pulled pork. It's pulled pork is more, the Boston butt is more forgiving because of the structure of the meat. But this is a nice piece of meat, nice marbling. You can see the difference in the structure between the flat and the point. Important is that you cut across the grain, and this is because otherwise you have long fibers and then you have to chew much. For competition style, because I like to cut across the grain, because when there is a bark you never see the grain anymore. What we do is we slice a little bit off, then I know because the grain is that way that I had to cut this way for the nice structure and the soft structure. What we do is we will cook it for 5 hours, hot and fast. I will slaughter it with mustard, put a Texas style rub on it, so it will be containing peppers and salt. We cook it for 5 hours, high temperature, and then we look if we have got a nice smoke ring as well of the cherry smoke, because in Europe we like less smokiness than the smoke profile or the taste profile in the States. They like the hickory and the mesquite, and in Europe we are more mellow about the smoke. We cook it fat side down. This will be on top. After it's done, we will separate the flat from the point. The point will be back on with some barbecue sauce on it, and we use the mustard because as a glue for the spices, for the rub. When we do competition style, mostly we will inject our briskets, but at home I never use injection because this is Wagyu and it will be juicy enough. And I don't have to impress any judges with the flavor because they have one bite on it, and at that moment I need a good score. When we eat, we can eat more of it, so that's not necessary to impress with a big flavor profile. Okay, we cook it fat side down.
Brisket turned out super delicious. It's really juicy, nice and tender. It survived the tenderness test, so it looks good to me. Can you tell us a little bit about the brisket, Harry?
It was a whole packer. It was a Wagyu breed that makes a good marbling. It turns out very juicy. We make it Texas style, West Central Texas style, with salt and pepper. And we have a nice bark. We cooked it hot and fast this time, so in 6 hours we got a juicy brisket.
Wow, excellent. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the video. See you guys next week. Give us a big thumbs up.
Thank you.